Hey guys, so who here has heard of Band Protocol yet? If you haven't, this is a very hot project that many people call the next Chainlink. And we all know how amazing Chainlink has done, beating most all other coins out there, obviously Bitcoin and a ton of other altcoins, performing super well in the past 2 years. And Band Protocol itself is also in the same space and has rocketed quite a bit in 2020. So in this deep dive video, I'm going to cover everything from start to finish and also just touch on all the little details that you might be curious about. So if you want to learn more, you know what to do. Sit back, relax, and just keep on watching. Okay, so I want to rewind a bit, right? Band Protocol is all about decentralized oracles, and this is the same thing as Chainlink. Oracles are essential for many smart contracts or dApps or decentralized apps to function, right? For games, for betting, for DeFi, all of them need reliable oracles. And we all know Chainlink offers this, but they're not the only ones. There are other ones that are up and coming. So one of them that you guys, our community, requested us to take a deeper look at is called Band Protocol. Token ticker symbol is BAND or BAND. So let's dive in and start out with first and foremost what an oracle is and what it does for us. So in the blockchain space, blockchains are great for immutable storage and deterministic verifiable computations. But these things can only access data that's within the blockchain network that is secured and verified by the network itself. However, they cannot interact or access data outside of these blockchain networks, not by themselves at least. This includes things like centralized web data sources like CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, or news sources, ESPN for sports scores, things like that. They can't talk to smart contracts or dApps in the blockchain space. But that's important, right, if we want to expand functionality. So that's what oracles come into play and help with. These are data sources that feed external data from the outside world into the blockchain network, smart contracts, and dApps so that they can make calculations with it, interact with data that comes out of there, and just execute scripts stored inside the smart contracts from that data. So some popular examples can be like crypto prices, stock market prices, interest rates, sports results, political results, and much more. It can be anything that your curiosity and imagination says it can, right? But the challenge is that the data is needed to be secure, reliable, free from error, and not tampered with. So centralized data sources may not be as fitting for these requirements. Because if you feed incorrect info into a smart contract, which has guaranteed execution, that can be catastrophic when you're dealing with money and sending funds to one place or the other, depending on the logic that's being executed, right? And so the solution is decentralized, censorship-resistant oracle protocols to avoid manipulation. And Chainlink and Band Protocol both provide their own solutions for such challenge. From the Band Protocol website, I just want to quote them a little bit. They are a cross-chain data oracle platform that aggregates and connects real-world data and APIs to smart contracts. Band Protocol enables smart contracts applications in the DeFi space, prediction markets, games, and much more to be built on-chain without relying on the single point of failure of a centralized oracle. If you think about it, regular smart contracts basically only can do simple token transfers, like your ICO contracts that everyone just clones and uses over and over again. Smart contracts, though, enhanced with Band Protocol or other types of data oracles, can now communicate with external info or data sources. So they can get high quality market data, real world events, enterprise service data, and so forth. That is super valuable and increases the amount of use cases that you can tackle in the blockchain and with smart contracts. And now I want to dive a little bit deeper into the intricacies of Band Protocol. They use the Tendermint core consensus method, which is based on the Cosmos ecosystem. This means that it's more optimized and has improvements on something called the practical Byzantine fault tolerance algorithm, or PBFT, that you might have read around the crypto space before. The benefits of this is that it's much faster than proof of work or proof of stake, and data can be fed into these smart contracts much more quickly and efficiently. This is done so by having less computations, cheaper in terms of gas, particularly compared to Ethereum, which has super high gas these days, as you might know. 4 main differentiators of Band Protocol's Oracle. First is decentralization, because they have a lot of redundancy built into this process. They have their own blockchain called the Band Chain, and this is operated by a global pool of validators whose performance and actions can be easily monitored by anyone. And these validators fetch the results of the request that was made. So these results can be taken from multiple different data sources. Like if you want a sports event result, they'll grab it from different data sources and the validators will bring that into the system per se. Number 2 is flexibility. There is really maximum freedom as to the data that can be requested, as well as the computations that can be made on that data. It's super flexible. The set of data sources, how you aggregate the data, the Oracle script is made with multiple different programming languages. Everything is flexible and can be easily integrated. Number 3 is scalability. The average block time in this band chain is just 3 seconds as compared to Ethereum's 10 to 15 and Bitcoin's 10 minutes. The average data request to band chain's Oracle can be completed or resolved in less than 6 seconds, which is pretty fast. And the cost is low because they allow data requests to be charged on a per request basis rather than on the whole data set. So next I want to talk about the tokenomics, because for those who want to invest, that is important, right? And so they have 100 million total supply of band tokens, about 20 million circulating currently, 84 million bonded among 67 active validating nodes. And the annual inflation rate is from 7% to 20% and is adjusted to target around 66% of the total supply of band tokens staked. And lastly, 27% was sold in seed round, private sale, and the Binance Launchpad sale. Now, with these band protocols, what can you use them for? Well, a few different things, right? Token holders can become validators. They can delegate their holdings to other validators to earn a portion of the collective fees and rewards. They can also participate in the chain's governance if they're a token holder. And lastly, as validators, they can set a fee for processing transactions, which acts as a reward for performing your duty and helping the network operate properly. Now, one reason why you guys might have chosen Band Protocol for us to dive deep into is because of the recent price surge. And speculators might have been thinking of this as the next Chainlink and wanting the same like 50 to 100x gains and front running that with the Band token's price. They also had a surprise Coinbase listing that really blew up their price like massively. But I do want to say buyers beware, because after Coinbase hype, the price might correct temporarily at least, which it has already been doing since its high of several weeks ago. I don't want to dive into all of their major investors, but they are backed by some of the top investors in the world, like Sequoia, Binance, and other ones. Their team is really impressive, Thailand-based, a lot of people in Forbes 30 under 30, all very techy, from MIT, from Stanford, so forth, right? Speaks for themselves. They also have some major partnerships in the crypto space that will integrate Band's protocol. Elrond, Icon, Waves, Gravity Protocol, Bet Protocol. You might have heard of a lot of these before. Big name users that will adopt Band Protocol. Before I dive into Band versus Chainlink, which a lot of you guys are curious about, I want to say if you like these deep dive videos, please support us by smashing a like, subscribing, hitting that notification bell to catch future ones. We'll try to put out one a week for you in these super deep dive formats. Anyways, back to Chainlink versus Band Protocol. The key difference is interoperability. Chainlink is built on Ethereum and can easily interact with most Ethereum-based dApps, smart contracts, and so forth. And Chainlink can interact with other networks, but has more complex workaround and hassle required. Band, on the other hand, is based on Cosmos, which has more interoperable capabilities between other blockchains and can communicate values and tokens with other blockchains easily. So Band is blockchain agnostic, and they claim that they can, for any blockchain protocol, integrate things like price and event feeds into your dApps with less than 10 lines of code. I am not a coder, I haven't looked into that claim, but if true, that's very easy to use and very impressive. Another thing is that Band Protocol is built on its own native chain, while Chainlink does exist on Ethereum, at least currently. Another way to look at it is that if DeFi goes big on other platforms besides just Ethereum, Band Protocol seems to be the better candidate to succeed in that case. Now, if DeFi remains largely just on Ethereum, then Chainlink already has a dominant market share there. On the other hand, some projects are already integrating both Band and Chainlink, so that's good for both, right? It's good for redundancy for them. Another thing to note is that Chainlink does have a longer track record, which is important in the crypto space. And lastly, I do want to point out that Band is inherently more decentralized than Chainlink. Chainlink does require KYC, while Band is flexible and permissionless if you want it to be. So it depends on what the project needs as to if this is good or not. In conclusion, Band does need to mature further, but it seems super promising, has a solid project with decent fundamentals. Because of key differences in their approach, I won't say right now which one I think will succeed in the long run, and they might both, right? There's room for big fishes in this decentralized Oracle space, but I am decently confident that it will play a substantial long-term role in the Oracle space. I am Kevin with Bitcoin for Beginners, here with this week's deep dive video. Subscribe to catch more. I hope you let me know if you have any more comments down below. I'll definitely get back to you, and I'll catch y'all next time.